Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Wednesday, February 17th, 2021. And this morning we saw a gap down in the market where we gapped down below the lows of yesterday's lower close. So yesterday we had a bit of a down day. We closed lower on the session. It was followed by more selling pressure into the overnight session. So we ended up opening below yesterday's low. And since then, we have seen some two-way action, but we're currently trading up near the highs of the session. So what I want to do this afternoon is take a look at that price action as we approach the close of the market session today. Let me go ahead and hop into Discover, load all four instruments for this study. The setup's going to be based upon entering the market long at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. The exit is set to 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Now I'm going to build out this price action pattern by going into the opening filters, and I'm going to say that the open of today was below the prior session low. So to do that, I can come into the opening area section, hit equals next to open below prior day low. When I hit equals there, it adds it up to the header section. That now is included on this test. Next, I'm going to go into the post-open filters. This is where I can add information around what has happened since the open. And all I'm going to do here is to say that we're trading in the top 25% of the intraday range as of 3 p.m. So since this is based on a 3 p.m. entry, the intraday close will be referencing where the price is at 3 p.m. And I'm going to say that the intraday close is in the top 25% of the intraday range. So once I hit equals there, that adds it to the test. Next, I'm going to go into price patterns, and I'm going to go into the direction last close category, and I'm simply going to say yesterday was a lower close. So we've gotten a pullback from yesterday's close and then follow through into the overnight session with the opening below the prior day low. That's kind of a weak scenario there. And we are getting strong action where we're trading up near the highs following that weak price action. So now I'm going to add a little bit more context around the environment that we're in, and by saying we're above a 10 and 200-day simple moving average, so a stronger market environment where we're getting this weak price action. And lastly, I'm going to hit view results. And here we go. These are the results of going long at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, exiting at the close, which is 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, when you open below the prior day low, and the prior day was a lower daily close, which was above the 10 and 200-day simple moving average. And then at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, you are trading in the top 25% of the intraday range. So that's one thing that I don't know is going to be true or not, but currently that's where we're trading. So I'm going to assume it's going to be true at 3 p.m., and that's something you'll need to confirm to know if this will be relevant for today or not. But that is the pattern, and if we look over at the stats, we have 58 samples in the S&P dating back to 2003. This pattern's taken place 38 times in the NASDAQ, 54 times in the Dow, and 31 times in the Russell. And if we look at the win rates on them, see, the NASDAQ is quite strong when this has happened. That's the orange equity curve that's over here. It's been really strong here recently, but 68% of those have closed above that 3 p.m. price. The others are not quite as strong. You've got the S&P at 55%, you've got the Dow at 59%, and the Russell is very neutral at 52%. So NASDAQ definitely the strongest, followed by the Dow, and then you've got the ES just mildly favored and the Russell neutral there. If we look at the average win and average loss on these, you'll see the average win is larger in 3 of the 4 instruments, and that's the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Russell, whereas the Dow is very similar in size. So 3 out of the 4 have favored larger moves to the upside, and 3 out of 4 have more often than not closed above that 3 p.m. price. So hopefully you found this helpful. Good luck the rest of the day, and we will see you next time.